Hello, good afternoon and a warm welcome to Scott Sport European Special. In just a few minutes, Rangers face Steaua Bucharest in Romania in the first leg of the quarter-finals of the European Cup. Coming up, the whole game live. Joining me in the studio, Ian Archer and Alec Ferguson, Derek Johnson and Jock Brown are in the stadium. And what a sensational opening caption we gave you there, because we can reveal now, as you saw, that Ali McCoist dramatically makes his comeback to the Rangers side this afternoon. A powerful-looking lineup, Alex Ferguson, and really sensational news about McCoist. It has to be.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, I think it's 10 days since the operation. There must be some sort of a record. It's a risk, but I think at this level, I think you have to risk. And he is a goal scorer. He's obviously maybe going to play up in his zone with Ian Durrant supporting him. It's something he's used to. But I think it's worth a risk. It's controversial, and obviously there'll be criticism if it doesn't work. But I think at this level, it's worth a risk.
Right, I think we'll go over now to the stadium just to see what's happening. The teams that I think are out on the field now. And let's pick up our commentary, our story of the game now from Jock Brown. And good afternoon to you, Jock.
Good afternoon, Arthur. Welcome to the Steaua Stadium. It's a march, a capacity crowd, sunshine overhead. The pitch, though, very wet and heavy. But the big news, of course, is the introduction of Ali McCoist to the Rangers side. It's in fact 8 days since that operation on his left knee. It was a trimming of the cartilage which took place. He didn't even bring his boots over here because he didn't expect to be able to play. But after a training session yesterday, convinced himself and manager Graham Souness that he was fit enough to play. Now, Derek Johnson has spoken to Ali. It's a big gamble, Derek.
I think it's the biggest gamble of his life, Jock. He came over here just to watch the game, and I spoke to him last night. He said he felt good. He says that he thought he could play himself, but it was up to the manager. I think it's a big gamble, and I hope it pays off for him.
So the Steaua side, of course, shocked by the inclusion of McCoist. I spoke to the Steaua manager before the match, about an hour before the kick-off, Angel Iordanescu, who assured me that he knew the Rangers team, and he gave me a team which was wrong in one vital detail. He didn't know anything about Ali McCoist. There's one other element of confusion in the Rangers lineup. There's a switch of numbers involving Scott Nisbet and Richard Gough. Scott Nisbet wearing 6 and Richard Gough wearing 2, and that too is designed to add a little bit of confusion to the Steaua players. So it's a tremendous atmosphere. The Steaua fans have been inside the stadium. It was almost full an hour and 3/4 ago, so that tells you the level of interest in Bucharest in this match. And Steaua about to kick off with a perfect European Cup record at home this season, and the match is underway with Hadji getting his first touch. And there's Stuart Monroe playing it forward into space. It'll be very interesting to see how McCoist looks when he makes 1 or 2 runs up front. He's being expected to do an awful lot of running on his own in attack and to pressurise the back 4 of Steaua. There's Rotario going back. This is Ungurianu, the left back. Very tough customer indeed. There's Scott Nisbet's first challenge in the match. And it's back into defence to Adrian Bombescu, who plays it to the tall young sweeper Belodic, very highly rated young player in Romania. So the Romanians coming forward again. It's Gough challenging in the air with Pițurcă. It's back with Ungurianu. Lofted forward, it's Gough who plays it away, but there was a foot up by Ian Durrant. There's a free kick to Steaua, fully 35 yards out. Too far out, I fancy, for a direct shot at goal. The referee is Luigi Agnolin from Italy, and that's a choice which pleased the Rangers camp. They reckon he's a strong in the affairs this afternoon. So the first free kick of the match taken by Hadji when he makes up his mind. It's Roberts at full stretch. Lakatush got a touch. This is Jovan, the big fullback. And it comes off Stuart Monroe for the first corner kick to Steaua in the match. And a very important incident early on for the Rangers defence to handle. Everyone back now inside the box, including Ali McCoist. Here's Hadji. Rotario calling for the ball played back for the shot, but it's Hadji going towards the line. The outswinging cross goes beyond to Ungurianu, faced by Souness. The header on, there's Pițurcă. Roberts with the clearance, and it's Roberts again who clears it up. Still not out of the danger area. That's Lakatush. There's Hadji, scrambled away by Gough and forced into the net by Pițurcă for Steaua. A dramatic opening here inside the Steaua Stadium. Steaua Bucharest have taken the lead through their striker Victor Pițurcă after all sorts of confusion in the Rangers penalty box. There is against Stuart Munro, being prevented by Lakatouche from reaching the ball. Was played across, scrambled away by Goff, not very convincingly. Broke to Petsurka, and there's the ball in the Rangers' net. So the celebrations among the Steaua fans, but what a disaster that was for Rangers.
It's very disappointing, Jock. They had 8 men in the box there. Mistakes galore here. There's a lovely header in. A good clearance there by Graham Robertson. When the ball's come back in, Richard Goff had a poor clearance and Graham Souness missed it. And it was an easy task, really, to hammer the ball into the empty net.
Well, what a facer for Rangers. Their little group of fans, about 350 in all, down below us on the right-hand side, surrounded all the way by soldiers, Romanian soldiers, but the gate consisting perhaps of 1/3 of serving soldiers. An army team, of course, Steaua, but they have had the perfect start to the match, and Rangers still very anxious to settle down. They haven't managed to put any passes together yet before going a goal behind. Here's Davy Cooper now. In the middle is Nisbet, but the cross doesn't reach him. The huge keeper, Stingachu, wins that comfortably. And bringing it out of defence is Majaru. And the big difference, of course, is that gives Steaua time to be patient. They have the crowd completely relaxed now with that opening goal. And Munro's clearance, looking for McCoist, but here's Durant now coming from that position, supporting Ali McCoist. And it'll be interesting to see how McCoist stands up to the first hefty challenge. There's Jimmy Nichols' header on, playing it right back despite wearing number 7. Scott Nisbet protecting him on the wide side of the midfield on the right, wearing number 6. But this is picked up again deep by Rotario. Bombesco calls for the ball, and it's worked patiently across the back 4 to the big full-back Stefan Jovan. Good interception though by Munro. Rangers bringing players forward now from midfield. Here's Cooper. Munro has gone forward this time on the left. Ray Wilkins has dropped back. McCoist couldn't win that ahead of Bombesco. And it's back with Stingachu, the Steaua keeper, with Ungriano with lots of space now to come forward for Steaua. Rotario seeing a lot of the ball in the build-up. This is Stoica, the captain. Hadji opening up on the right side of the Romanian midfield. That's for Lakatouche to chase, trying to get away from Roberts. Good play by Lakatouche and by Chris Woods for Rangers. The ball is carried though for the corner kick, but there was a glimpse of the pace of Marius Lakatouche, the number 7 for Steaua, and Roberts looked to be struggling just for a moment there. Woods coming to his rescue. So the noise building up from the Steaua fans as Hadji lines up the corner kick. The looping in swinger, Woods into that packed goalmouth. Here's Davy Cooper. And there's no one ahead at the moment for Rangers, with McCoist dropping back to help in defence.
Hadji may be the star of Romanian football, Jock. I think he's a Romanian footballer of the year. But the hero in this stadium is Lakatouche. They love this winger. He's direct, creates chances, and already in the game so far, we've saw him deadly twice.
So Lakatouche and Petsurka are the twin strikers for Steaua. Petsurka, the more prolific scorer. He scored 19 in 17 league matches so far this season. But Lakatouche has become something of the European expert. He's got a couple of goals in the European Cup, although Hadji has 4 in all. That's Hadji, well tackled by Souness. Here's Munro. A long chase for McCoist. And tumbling there as Bombescu got to the ball first. Bombescu still on the ground, and he appears to be in some discomfort. Walter Smith standing anxiously in the Rangers dugout. Bombescu is still on the ground as Steaua bring the ball forward. Ungriano. Back to Rotario. You'll see just at the top of the picture there, Bombescu. Well, he came in heavily on that challenge, with McCoist arriving a bit later, but certainly no fault attaching to McCoist.
Well, we were asking, can McCoist take a tackle, Jock? Well, we saw there he can also give tackles as well, and he seems to have come out of that one all right.
Now there's a hold-up. The referee is allowing attention for the Steaua centre-back, Bombescu, very highly regarded by the Rangers management, Adrian Bombescu. And Bombescu will obviously be very important to the Steaua defence. He will be back on his feet, I'm sure, very shortly. The score, if you come in late, Steaua Bucharest 1, Rangers 0. The goal in the opening minute from Pitsurka. A disastrous start for Rangers. Chris Woods was helpless, but there were certainly slack moments in front of him when that goal was scored. Bumbescu now appears to have recovered to take his position at the back of the Steaua defence. There's McCoist with the layoff. Here's Davy Cooper. It's played back by Jovan. Belodedic has all the time in the world. The setting is incredible when you consider there was heavy snow overnight. A major clearing operation here in Bucharest this morning to render the pitch playable, and it is indeed in excellent condition, if a little bit soft on top. So here's Jovan playing it for Pitsurka. Pitsurka is beaten to the ball by Roberts. A good piece of defending that time by the Rangers captain, Graham Roberts. But Pitsurka has already shown how deadly he is in these loose balls inside the box. It's misjudged by Rotario and Bumbescu. Here's McCoist on his own. Sent tumbling by Belodedic, and the referee appears to have given the free kick. There's an apology being offered by Bumbescu. Now, was there some element of retaliation in that challenge?
There's no doubt about that, Jock. I think McCoist actually caught Bumbescu in the chin with his arm when he tackled him, and there's no doubt in my mind there was a bit of retaliation there.
Well, an anxious moment. This was the gamble which Rangers took, playing Ali McCoist, who hasn't trained for fully 3 weeks. Before he had the operation a week ago yesterday, he had 2 weeks when he wasn't fit enough to train before he had the operation in the knee. So it really has been a substantial gamble, and the moment I'm sure Rangers were dreading may have arrived, because Phil Boersma, the physio, is looking anxiously towards the bench. But McCoist is back on his feet, obviously prepared to continue for a little while longer. The free kick will be taken by Ray Wilkins. Nisbet's the target, but he's offside. But Rangers have a break because the referee is insisting that the free kick is taken again. He wasn't ready. So that's a moment of good fortune for Rangers. Souness now taking over. Now this looks just about within range for a direct shot. Wind assisted. There's a fair breeze blowing down the field, which Souness may choose to use to his advantage. Souness unhappy with the distance of the Steaua wall. The referee is happy. There's Souness with the disguised pass to Cooper, helped on by Durant. Bumbescu challenges McCoist. It's away by Belodedic, and it's Souness laying it back to Wilkins. Bit of pressure now coming from Rangers. Nisbet, a careless ball inside, which Majaru wins. And here's Stoica, the captain, looking for Hadji over on the far side. That's a good interception by Monroe.
I think set pieces are going to be vital for Rangers, Jock. It's not often they're going to get up the pitch, and if they get into that position, some 20 or 30 yards, I think they have to use it a bit better.
So Jovan, the fullback, with Hadji finding space on the right. Checking into his stronger foot, the left, using Stoica in space. Rotario, back to Ungrianu. Majaru hugging the left touchline in midfield for Steaua. Being well policed by Nisbet. Majaru's cross. Lakatush with the layoff. Pitsurka gets it back to Jovan. Good possession play by Steaua. This is Hadji. Belodedic. Ungrianu. Making Rangers do a lot of running to mark the Steaua players coming forward. Here's Belodedic, the sweeper. Now Jovan. Lakatush to Jovan, he's onside. A dangerous moment again for Rangers as Roberts turns it behind for the corner kick. Well, Steaua once again getting behind the Rangers defence. And that desperate clearance, conceding the corner kick. But we've already seen enough from the Romanian champions to realise this is a major task ahead for Rangers. Here's Hadji with the corner. Up goes Roberts unchallenged. Straight to Stoica. A late challenge by McCoist on Stoica, and referee Anulin is going to have a word with the Rangers striker. Clearly getting a bit heated. He's been heavily involved in the opening minutes, and the message from referee Anulin could scarcely be clearer. perhaps even more important, he's conceded a free kick outside the box to the Romanians. So all the Rangers players face the ball again. Four-man wall with Souness on the end organising. It looks as though Hadji may have a shot at goal from this range. Beaten away by Woods. The ball appeared to swerve in flight, but Hadji showing his menace from the set piece, and Woods forced to bring out a despairing save. So Rangers very much under the cosh at the moment. The Steaua grow in confidence. Rotario finding space this time on the right. This is Hadji now being allowed to wander all over the field for Steaua. Well tackled by Nisbet. There's Goff, and now Wilkins. Hadji is still on the ground after the challenge he took there and looks to be in some discomfort.
I think Rangers will need to get back to the pattern they started with, Jock. David Cooper really is running all over the place. I think he's supposed to be playing sort of left midfield and trying to get forward as much as he can.
There's a good pass from Souness to Durant. Going into the box, Belodinic collides with him, and the referee has given a decision to Rangers now. This is controversial because if there was a foul in that, it could well have been inside the box. That's the point Ray Wilkins is making to the referee, I'm sure, as Tingachu retains the ball to organise his wall. Well, there didn't appear to be a great deal in the collision, but it certainly appeared to me to be inside the box. Let's check that again. Well, perhaps not. Just on the line, I think. And the free kick to Rangers be taken by Cooper or Wilkins. Well, it looked initially as though it might have been a penalty, but I think that replay proves otherwise. There's the shot from Cooper. Bending over the top corner and behind for the Steaua goal kick.
Well, maybe Rangers were a bit fortunate to get a free kick out of that, Jock. I thought Ian Durant made the most of it, but good effort there from David Cooper, just over the crossbar.
So the patient build-up again from Steaua. Prefer a short passing game normally. Very seldom resort to long balls to their front men. Try to work it through midfield. And here's Stefan Jovan, big fullback. Lakatouche has gone to the right, well tackled by Monroe. Lakatouche has got in late on Cooper. Now Lakatouche was identified by the Rangers management before the match as a potentially dangerous player in the physical sense. He puts himself about the big number 7, and he's had a yellow card shown to him. So he's been booked very early in the match, and that may well stifle his enthusiasm for physical clashes in the rest of the match.
I spoke to one of the pressmen down the stairs about half an hour ago, Jock, and he described this winger as someone who retaliates first. Well, I think in this instance we saw exactly what he means.
So the Romanians taking the opportunity to give treatment to Georgi Hadji, while Cooper gets treatment from Phil Boersma for Rangers. Cooper is back on his feet. Appears to have recovered. But Hadji taking a bit longer to get back into the action, having a word at long range with the referee, complaining no doubt about the tackle which resulted in the knock. But it's Rangers who have the free kick. There's Monroe playing it towards McCoist. Bumbescu challenging fiercely from the back. It's well screened by McCoist. This is Wilkins. This bit's got into the box. Souness and Stoica together. And the ball breaks to Stefan Jovan in the right back position. So the score, reminder, is Steaua Bucharest 1, Rangers 0. The goal coming in precisely 2 minutes and coming from Victor Pițurcă, the Romanian top scorer. So there's Wilkins with the interception, controlling the ball well. Durant now operating in midfield, where many folk think he's at his best. Souness with a pass towards Nicol. He had to be quick. Here's Stoica. It's away from Nicol. Machado breaks on the left. This is Pițurcă. And on the far, you can see there the way the players stumbled and skidded as they tried to get their footing in the turn.
And I think Lakatouche has actually pulled a hamstring, Jock. He seemed to run for the ball there, and he's certainly, I don't think he'll take part in the game anymore.
And Danny McCoist too going down in that challenge with Bumbescu. But Lakatouche is signalling to the Romanian bench that he's in serious trouble. And that certainly would not be by any means bad news for Rangers if he had to depart the scene this early. He's off the field at the moment getting treatment like a tush, so Steaua reduced to 10 men for the moment. Here's Jovan. Inside is Stoica. This is Majaru. Stoica again. Plenty of movement from Rotario and from Pitsurka and Hadji around the box. This is Belodic. Ungariano's found space. And a marvellous save from Chris Woods. Graham Roberts is furious with his defence as Ungariano found that space inside the box and brought out a magnificent save from the Rangers keeper. Corner kick it is, but here's the effort from Woods. Ungariano with a left foot shot. Woods at full stretch. And a corner kick to Steaua. Well, that really would have been disastrous for the Rangers' cause had Woods not been able to pull off that save. But here's Majaru. Back to Ungariano again. Across to Stoica this time. He leaves it to Belodic. This is Jovan. Roberts couldn't reach it. Neither could Lakatush. And it came off the head of Lakatush behind for the goal kick to Rangers, but Lakatush back in the field, getting up well inside the box. And the Rangers defence, Derek, certainly looks to be suspect to cross balls.
Certainly, Ali, it was a lovely cross in, certainly. But look, Rangers have another 5 men inside the box there, and it was actually a free header allowed there. But I think a couple of minutes ago, Jock, young Scott Nisbet's inexperience told there. He was caught on the wrong side of the player, and it nearly cost him in the end.
There's Nisbet challenging, losing to Bumbescu. Here's Hadji. Retaining possession. Not so powerful, his right foot. And forced to that weaker foot by the Rangers defence. That was good defending, making the task easy for Chris Woods. And Nisbet with Ungariano. Another vital element in Scott Nisbet's football education. Souness plays it to McCoist. Here's Wilkins. Hustled out of it by Majaru. Here's Stoica, takes it back to Majaru. Pitsurka very deep, giving it straight to Cooper. There's Wilkins, heavily challenged by Majaru. That's a free kick, all right. Many fans didn't appreciate that decision from the Italian referee, but it appeared to be perfectly correct from this position. Here's Jimmy Nicholl. Forward it goes to McCoist. Another hefty collision with Bumbescu, but McCoist reacting none the worse for that. And Rangers have a free kick. Bumbescu being spoken to by the referee. Bumbescu's already had one yellow card in the European Cup this season, so another would put him out of the return leg at Ibrox. The only Rangers player in that kind of danger is Jimmy Nicholl. Stingachu on the line for Souness's free kick. Goff has joined the attack. Nisbet is there also. Right across the far side, Stingachu's committed. That's good handling by the big keeper. Keeping out the more experienced goalkeeper, Liliak, this afternoon. Both of them having a difficult task of following the Romanian hero Dukadams, who was the heroic keeper in the European Cup final in 1986 against Barcelona. This is Jovan. Rotario. Stoica. Ungariano. Souness goes to meet him. In the middle of the field is Rotario. Far side, Jovan. This is Lakatush. And Hadji finding space again. That's towards Lakatush. Goff did well to nod it down to Wilkins. Careless pass from Wilkins. Jovan to Lakatush. Danger again for Rangers. Here's Hadji. Hadji on his left foot. Well tackled by Monroe, and Nisbet thumped the ball to safety. Well, Stuart Monroe made a vital challenge inside the box there on Hadji, who had space suddenly to attack the Rangers goal once again. So the Steaua throw on the far side. A long one towards Hadji. Rotario plays it into Stoica. The first time shot is well over the top.
Rangers making trouble for themselves, Jock. They're losing the ball, they're giving the ball away too easily, some 25, 30 yards out. What I don't like about the Rangers' performance so far is they have about 8 or 9 men about 30 yards out from their own goal trying to block the space for the Romanians to come in. The 2 or 3 times they've got to the byline and cut the ball back, and that's what's causing the problems. I would like to see Rangers come forward a little bit more.
The header from Belodic, led back by Hadji to Jovan, and this is Rotario. Ungurianu, one of the newcomers in the Steaua side. Graham Roberts with the pass. Good play from Sunis. Here's Wilkins. Now Cooper. Body checked out of it by Petsurka, and the referee has given the free kick to Rangers. And Rangers will be depending on the ball holding ability of Davy Cooper when they come out of defence. Here's Wilkins. Back to Goff. And no qualms about the pass back to Chris Woods.
I think with what we've seen so far of the Romanians, Jock, this RB team, they certainly don't take prisoners.
As soon as a wide pass to Cooper, clearance by Belodic. Here's Jovan. The Rangers making some progress now into the Steaua half. Remember, trailing by that early goal from Petsurka. Trying very hard to settle into a pattern. Sunis at the heart of all the Rangers play now. Into the box looking for Nisbet, but he was too wide. Nicol did well. Here's McCoist. Bumbescu. Here's Lakatush. Majaru. In the middle of Stoica. Petsurka's deeper for the moment. On the far side though is Hadji, and that ambitious pass goes astray. Taking any pressure off the Rangers defence for the moment. Good running by Wilkins into space to receive the throw from Nisbet. Nisbet again. Playing it inside to Wilkins. Pressure applied by Petsurka. Here's the captain, Stoica. Petsurka receives it well. Linking with Lakatush. And a push by Petsurka, and Roberts is picked up by the referee. There's a free kick to Rangers. A petulant show of dissent there from Petsurka, the Steaua striker. But the referee right on the spot to give that free kick to Rangers. Woods electing the long ball upfield. Helped on by Nisbet to McCoist. The layoff finds Cooper. Well, that was intended for McCoist to chase. And now it's with Ungurianu and Majaru. In midfield, right in the middle is Stoica. Jovan has broken on the right. Pass was careless. Here's Durant now for Rangers. Control lets him down for a second, and Steaua have possession again. Here's Lakatush. Backing into Monroe, but it's Steaua who get the free kick. Well, I think Stuart Monroe was hard done by there. Lakatush leaning back into him. But he's got the free kick, which Hadji will take. So Hadji waiting for Belodic to go into the Rangers box. Tall central defender. Majaru trying to help it on. It was Monroe who won it for Rangers. A good piece of determined defending once again from Monroe. So Petsurka making life difficult for Chris Woods. He throws it to the halfway line. Here's Bumbescu. McCoist's marker. Now Ungurianu. Rangers playing in their 5th European Cup quarter-final. Only once they made it to the semi-finals. That was in 1960 when they were dropped in the semi-final by Eintracht Frankfurt before that memorable final against Real Madrid. So another attempt to qualify for the last 4. The last time was in 1979 when Cologne blocked the Rangers' path. That ball was out, so it's a Rangers throw. Will be taken by Stuart Monroe. Bombescu and McCoy wrestling as the ball came forward, and the decision goes to the Romanians.
I think the two of them are having their own private war, Jock. They must have had about half a dozen fouls between them since the start of the game.
Well, certainly Ali McCoy is occupying the big central defender fully, despite his potential fitness problems for later in the match. Here's Stoica. Sunes goes across to intercept. The early pass finds Cooper. He couldn't control it quickly enough. Jovan was in. Jovan gets it back from Durant. Skillful big fullback. Stefan Jovan going forward, linking with Majaru. Lakatush to Stoica. And the free kick's been given. It's already been taken by Steaua. It's with Rotario. It came off. Roberts had the chance, and it's swept away by Goff. That was Lakatush who that opening inside the box and didn't make full use of it. And once again, the Rangers defence looking to be exposed. Well, undoubtedly a let-off. Rotario's shot initially appeared to come off a defender right into the path of Lakatush. But Goff did well with the clearance inside the box. Here's Belodic and Stoica. Romanians never disturbed out of their passing pattern. It's back with Stoica again. Hadji at the edge of the box. That's for Ungurianu. This bit closes him down. Back again with Belodic. Sliced high in the air by Nicol, who wants it again. It's Nisbet who's in the way. There's one for McCoy to chase with Bombescu. Well, McCoy's certainly going to put the big defender under pressure. It's a Steaua throw, but McCoy did well.
I think Stuart Monroe a couple of minutes ago there was caught flat-footed, Jock. When the shot came in, it hit Graham Roberts on the chest, and obviously it broke kindly for Lakatush, and I think he could have done better with his shot, but full marks again to Richard Goff for clearing the ball off the line.
More trouble now for Rangers. Here's Hadji. Heading for the box. Still Hadji. Here's a second chance. Beaten away again by Woods. Down goes Majaru with Goff, and the Romanians claiming a penalty kick, but the referee right on the spot is not interested. Lakatush and Paturka over vehement with their protests. But Majaru appeared to have lost control as he drove into the box. Let's check that again. There's Majaru with Richard Goff. Goff going down. Majaru appeared to have played the ball too far ahead and made a lot of that fall. Referee Agnolin was not deceived, and there's no penalty kick for the Romanians.
It certainly didn't look like a penalty to me, Jock. He obviously knew that Chris Woods was going to get the ball, and it was a little dive there, but I had no doubt in my mind that it wasn't a penalty kick. Marvellous save from Chris Woods in the first place.
So half an hour of the first half gone. Steaua Bucharest 1, Rangers 0. And some narrow escapes in the Rangers box since that opening goal from Paturka in 2 minutes. Roberts with the pass back, and Woods had to be quick. The last thing Rangers want to do is concede unnecessary corner kicks.
Lakatush is still on the pitch, Jock, but he's limping badly. He doesn't have the same pace as he did at the start of the game, and he keeps looking to the dugout.
So free kick this time to Rangers inside the centre circle. And possession, the name of the game now for Rangers. Goff and Roberts keep it. This is Sunes. Roberts again. All the way back to Woods. Howls of derision from the Romanian fans. That'll certainly cut no ice with Graham Roberts. Majaru misses it. There's Rotario. And Ungurianu. Over on the far side is Jovan. Steaua in the first round beat MTK Budapest 4-0 here in the Steaua Stadium. They lost 2-0 in their away leg, but comfortably through by 4-2. In the second round they won 3-1 at home against Omonia Nicosia, and then won again by 2-0 in Cyprus. Pass goes wide from Rotario. He appears to retaliate towards Sunes after that challenge. The referee again on the spot. Here's Lakatush. Holding play up again, looking for movement. He gets it from Jovan. The back killer from Paturka. Hadji was not at all pleased with that. protesting to his number 9 that wasn't the quality of pass he expected. So Woods taking plenty of time about the Rangers goal kick. Straight to the head of Jovan, who left it on a call from Rotario. A bit of a misunderstanding there in the Steaua camp. And a throw to Rangers on the far side, which Davy Cooper will take. That's good running by Wilkins. Souness inside. Lofting in the box to McCoy. He's onside. And the challenge came in from Ungariano. A chance there for Rangers, which McCoy, 100% fit, might well have taken. A great piece of play in midfield involving Wilkins and Souness, setting up that chance there for McCoist. Souness is being penalised there for that challenge. It's going to be a yellow card for the Rangers player manager. Well, that's an important booking, that, for the Rangers' point of view. Graham Souness booked just past the half-hour mark, but Derek Ellie McCoist could have got one back.
Well, it was a lovely move again. I think maybe Rangers are giving them too much respect, Jock, because the couple of times they have come forward, they've looked quite good, Rangers. And there, Graham Souness was booked, but I think he could have been booked a couple of minutes ago because he's had a couple of sliding tackles that have been about 50-50.
And there are undoubtedly signs of nastiness now developing out there on the field. One or two private little feuds developing. And referee Anulin may well have to be at his most alert. Majaru played it in this, but Surka with Goff. Good defending by Richard Goff. The job completed by Roberts. Going in quickly on Lekatush. Steaua have the throw. Here's Majaru now over on the right. Lekatush given room to make the cross. And it's scrambled away by Wilkins to Durant. Here's McCoist. Into space for Cooper. Good play from Rangers out of defence. Oh, great control from Cooper. Bolden running away from him there, but showing a lot of confidence in possession, Davy Cooper. And that augurs well for Rangers. There's Hadji towards Peturka. Goff and Nicola there to escort it back to Woods. Here's Jimmy Nicholl. In the middle is McCoist. Wilkins making a run through the middle. McCoist holding it up. Came off Bumbescu. And Biladic clears it up carefully, avoiding handball. Here's Hadji. Tackles from the back by Nicholl. And the free kick's been given by the Italian referee. The last time we saw Luigi Anulin in Scotland was when he refereed the Scotland-Brazil match at Hampden last May. Here's Ungariano and Bumbescu. Belodic. Over on the far side is Jovan, and the Romanians warming up a substitute to replace Lekatush, I reckon. Here's Hadji. Good turn by Hadji. No one square inside. Souness couldn't reach it. Here's Peturka. Trying to thread that through for Majaru. And Stengachu, the big keeper, comes right out of his box to keep the pressure on Rangers. Belodic to Stoica. Chipped forward for Peturka, but that's an easy one for Goff to handle. There's Nisbet and Souness. Now Nicholl. Roberts eases it back. Certainly signs now, Derek, the Rangers settling in their defensive formation.
Yes, they are. I mean, the experience of Nicholl, Goff and Roberts really showing now. I think they've taken all that the Remains can throw at them since the goal, and apart from a couple of incidents, played very well.
And they have a free kick, which will not be taken until Steaua make their change. They're bringing on Ballant to replace number 7, Lekatush. Gavrila Ballant with the incredible middle name of Pele. So destined from his birth to be a top-class player, which he certainly is. So the Steaua cause not significantly weakened by the introduction of Ballant. There's Wilkins with the free kick, and it'll have to be taken again. Referee Anulin very particular about these set pieces, and making certain that the wall is correctly positioned. Stoica and Ungariano with Majaru in that wall. Stengachu, the huge figure on the goal line. Sunis flighting it across. Up goes Nisbet. And Bescu clears it, but Nisbet has been penalised for doing a bit of climbing on the back of Stefan Jovan. That appeared to be pretty obvious even from this position high above the stand.
It's his inexperience again, Jog, isn't it? I mean, if you're in doubt, then let the man clear it for a corner or clear it for a throw-in where you still have the advantage.
This is Rotario trying to bring Ballant into the play, but Monroe was there again for Rangers. There's Davy Cooper. That's one for McCoys to chase, using his physique on Bumbescu, and the free kick's been given against McCoys. Bumbescu is getting very heated indeed. A very experienced defender, but he certainly has been upset by McCoist right from the early stages of the match. This is Ungariano. The Romanian crowd going silent once again. There's Majaru, but the free kick's been given. Now Nisbet and Ungariano getting a little bit heated again. Wilkins going across to Nisbet to calm the youngster down, the youngest player in the Rangers side, 20 years old. And he certainly retaliated there on Ungariano. Ray Wilkins doing the experienced peacemaker job again to good effect, but the referee Anulin administering the yellow card to both players, to Ungariano and to Nisbet. So Scott Nisbet in the learning process in Europe and just getting carried away for a moment there.
He was a bit unfortunate, Jock, because when he did win the tackle, he was stood upon, you know, really very, very late after the ball was played. But as we keep saying, the inexperience of him, he turned round and pushed the man, and you just can't do that in Europe.
Richard Goff with a free kick. Here's Ray Wilkins. Monroe on the left, looking for Cooper. Monroe chasing willingly, trying to keep the ball in play, doing well for Rangers. It was cut off by Bumbescu. Here's Durant. Rangers getting players forward now. Sunis, supported by Nicol on the right. Nicol thinking about playing it into the box. Just too high for Durant. That just need a touch from Durant, but Stengachu judged it well. And now Rangers are slightly exposed at the back, having committed so many men forward. Here's Stoica. Majaru, now Stoica again. Free kick's been given. Sunis, the offender. So one goal in the opening 40 minutes. It came from Victor Pitsurka in the second minute for Steaua. And there have been 4 yellow cards so far. Ungariano and Lakatush, who's off the field now for Steaua, and Nisbet and Sunis for Rangers. It's back with Bumbescu. Now Rotario, playmaker from a deep position in midfield. Ballant with the first-time pass, which Jovan certainly didn't appreciate, exchanging a few words with his teammate. Rangers will now be very anxious indeed to get through to half-time, only one behind, and that, after that opening goal so early in the match, would be deemed to be a good overall first-half performance since the goal. A throw to Rangers. Graham Roberts goes across, takes the chance to use Chris Woods. That means Rangers can take up a few more precious seconds before the interval. The Rangers pushing men forward for the long kick out from Woods. Nisbet lays it back well for Nicol. That was towards Durant. And Durant appeared to be impeded there, but it's Durant who's been penalised. Rotario is the Romanian player involved. So free kick to Steaua. Taken by Rotario. Goff comes to claim the ball in the air from Haji. This is Stoica, the captain in midfield. Majaru's taken up good position once again. Jovan has found space on the right. Now Stoica. Ballant. Stoica again. This is Haji with Jovan giving him an option on the outside. So Haji comes inside, still being faced by Davy Cooper. Cooper's done a good job slowing things down for Rangers. Rotario with Pitsurka, good challenge by Nicol. And now Durant on the break. Throwing too much of the ball to Belodic, and Wilkins failed to find Nisbet on the right. So the closing minutes now of the first half. Steaua leading by 1-0 as Stoica picks it up in the centre circle. Now Hadji. Tackled by Wilkins. Sunis to McCoist. Brought down by Jovan. Well, that would do McCoist no good at all. Referee Anulin has a word with Jovan, but much more important from Rangers' point of view is whether or not McCoist has a serious injury. Phil Borsma comes on again. Not the first time by any means he's had to treat Ali McCoist in the match. Graham Roberts is having a word with the referee as the camera pans around the muted Steaua fans for the moment.
I think both the centre halves now are taking it in turns, I think, Jock, to try and stop Ali McCoist, because really he's playing very well up to now. He's up there on his own most of the time, and he's taking the knocks and he's also giving them.
So Wilkins and Roberts having a tactical debate there in front of the referee, but there's the scoreline. Victor Pitsurka got the goal in 2 minutes, which separates the teams at the moment. And Rangers surviving some nervous, anxious moments in the opening quarter of an hour when they could so easily have gone 2 behind, but surviving now towards the half-time whistle with just a 1-goal deficit. There's Chris Woods lofting it forward. It's Bumbescu and Jovan climbing high above Davy Cooper. Here's Sunis. Wilkins. Sunis takes it back. Sunis driving forward the long-range shot. Not a bad effort from Sunis. Stengachu going across. I think it was going wide, but Stengachu took no chances. Sunis spotting that opportunity to go forward for the shot. Well, there appeared to be signs, Derek, going towards half-time, that Rangers may well be back in the match.
That's right. I think they've possibly given the Romanians too much respect, I think, Joe.
Well, no respect there shown by Roberts for Hadji. Catching the Steaua star man in full flight, and Roberts gets a yellow card about which he can have no complaints. Hadji on the ground. It's the closing minutes of the first half. Luigi Anulin now being spoken to by Tudorel Stoica, the Steaua captain, who is clearly upset with that challenge from Roberts. Hadji certainly racing into a very dangerous position when Roberts met him.
I think he's one-man jockey they've given far too much room to. I mean, there's 3 or 4 times he's picked the ball and ran at defenders. I would like to see somebody like Ian Durrant just go and man-mark him.
Certainly there's a lot of wandering, Hadji, though. Hard to pin down. He's given the freedom of the pitch by the Steaua coach, Angel Iordanescu. Now a chance for Steaua right on the half-time whistle from a set-piece. Well taken easily by Woods from Rotario's rather feeble attempt from the free kick. So that's a let-off for Rangers. No real pressure applied there. So the 45 minutes of the first half have come and gone. We're now into time added on for injury stoppages in the first half. There have been several of these. The referee Anulin allowing play to continue. There's Bumbescu. He took a knock in the face there, challenging Ali McCoist. McCoist has been penalised. It appeared to be careless use of the elbow as the ball was in the air. Bumbescu getting up, indicating to the referee he was elbowed in the face by McCoist. Stoica and McCoist exchanging pleasantries in midfield. And Rangers have possession again with Sunis. Cooper. Bumbescu coming thundering in. Cooper played the pass inside. Here's Ian Durrant. Perhaps the last chance in the first half for Rangers to pressurise the Steaua defence. Here's McCoist trying to turn. Played back by Pitsurka, the big striker back helping, marking Ray Wilkins. The referee is now checking his watch as Jovan brings it forward for Steaua. We've had 90 seconds of injury time in the first half. Played across now to Belodic. The referee checking with his Italian linesman. Still allowing play to continue. Belodic has possession. No urgency shown by the Romanians towards half-time. Here's Mejaru. Well tackled by Goff. Sunis working it back to Chris Woods in goal. And the referee now has blown the whistle for half-time, scarcely heard by the players. So there's the scoreline. Looked ominous for Rangers early on when Victor Pizzurka scored in the second minute. But there's the half-time score. It's Steaua Bucharest 1, Rangers 0. Join Alec Ferguson on our panel of experts right after the break.
Hello again, welcome back to Scott Sport European Special. The score, if you just come in Bucharest, is that Rangers are 1 goal down. A very, very interesting first half with a quite sensational start, as we hear now from Ian Archer with Alec Ferguson. Ian.
Thank you, Arthur. 1-0, Rangers very much still in the tie despite that starter.
Well, it was a horrendous start. I mean, they were, in actual fact, have started the game 1-0 down. They haven't got started the first few minutes. They didn't clear the lines, and obviously a lot of nervousness.
Yeah, we can have a look at that first goal because it wasn't just a final attack. I mean, Rangers simply got under pressure for about a minute, didn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Well, you see the game, the ball on the right-hand side, the crosses come in. It's over to Ngorano, their left back, who plays it back in again. And they've still not got it cleared. I thought there was a chance maybe to get ahead away there. Continue under pressure. A bit unfortunate that Richard Goff's clearance has hit, I think maybe Scott Nesbitt, and bounced to the boy Petarko.
But on the other hand, you would have thought that Rangers had plenty of opportunity just to lump the ball up the park before the goal was scored.
Oh, I think it's a basic principle of defending that when in doubt, get it out of the road, and they just haven't done that.
Is it plain nerves because it's the first 2 minutes of the match? They're awfully experienced players.
Well, I think so too, and then one of the things when you play the Eastern Europeans, that although Graham Souness had pointed out in a lot of his pre-match press, was that one of the best sides is seen. Now, that's all very well, but they're not celebrated the way Western Europeans are, like the Italians and the Spaniards. So, in a way, the Rangers players are going into the game a little bit unknown.
Well, the one man they did know about, of course, was Georgi Hagi, who was the danger man, and he comes up with this chance to reaffirm what he's about.
Marvellous striking, and in fact, Chris Woods has had 3 excellent saves to keep Rangers in the game.
Well, that's right, because during that period it looked as if the roof really could have fallen in on Rangers and they could have been out of this European Cup hardly before the match was a quarter over in the first leg.
Absolutely, and they can be very pleased at their position at this moment in time.
And we see Ungriano in our next move, the defender coming up to join the attack.
Well, he's been forward all the time because with Rangers, 2 wider players have been deeper. It forces their full-backs up on top of you. Another great save from Chris Woods. I think that there's one important factor here that these sides, and Hadji has proven this, is an inspiration to them. And I just wish Rangers had someone who could sit on him and knock him out of the game and keep him quiet. Because if they keep him quiet, the inspiration could go a bit. Yeah,
and Rangers haven't really managed to do much up front. I mean, McCoist has bothered that big defender, but...
He's done very well, and in actual fact, I think he and Durant have done well. I think Durant has made the best of his opportunities to get forward. It's 2 really good runs, one in the penalty box where he was just at the edge of the penalty box, he just brought down, and one later on where he got into a smashing position but just couldn't control the ball. He's been a threat to them.
So what do you think Graham Souness will be saying in the dressing room?
Well, he's obviously, the defenders are now getting an important job, but they make sure they can't lose another goal. That's imperative. For their own thing and trying to get back in the match, that Cooper must get forward a little bit more. Davies receiving the ball in deeper positions where it doesn't matter.
Right, an interesting point to leave it. We'll be going back to Bucharest in just a moment or two, but right now we'll take a short break.
Welcome back. Rangers 1 down, but still very much in the European Cup in Bucharest. Alec Ferguson, that pounding continued. We can see the next good chance that Steaua created, which was in the 26th minute. Yeah,
it was still in the early part of the game, and now this was a bit of luck, and the lad tried to square. I thought he should maybe have shot, but they got it cleared, and another opportunity for them.
An impressive first half performance by Steaua. They have been a wee bit over-deliberate, haven't they? I mean, I thought he was a wee bit over-deliberate.
Yeah, I thought he should have taken the chance himself. The main threat has been down Rangers' left-hand side. A lot of crosses in from there, and we've got in behind Rangers a lot there. And with Hadji operating in a free role, that he's got in behind Rangers midfield, particularly in that area.
Right, well, this one actually comes from the other side, but it's Hadji again.
Oh, yeah.
And
the left back, Ngorano.
And there's a penalty claim here with Goff, but the referee's having none of that.
Well, it's difficult to see there, but once again, Hadji into that area in the Rangers' left-hand side, and a very good shot and a very good save.
You can see that penalty claim again. It's been a tough first half. I mean, there's been 5 players booked.
I think the referee's taking no chances, but quite right. It's a quarter-final of the European Cup, so we can expect a physical challenge at parts of the match. I don't think it's out of control at any stage.
Do you expect any Rangers tactical changes in the second half?
Well, what can they do? They can bring Trevor Francis on. That's a possibility late in the match. I think they're doing all right. I think that the point I made about David Cooper, David is receiving the ball in midfield positions, and if he got forward a little bit more on top of their defenders rather than their midfield players, I think that can make a difference.
Let's hope so.
Right, all to play for then in the second half as we go back to Bucharest and pick up the story of the second half from Jock Brown.
Thank you, Arthur. Yes, back here for the second half, and no change in the Rangers line-up as far as personnel is concerned in the second half. Ali McCoist, that means, is back in his usual position to start off the second half. He's in possession straight away, being bulked by Jovan right at the start of the second half, and Rangers, I'm certain, will be anxious to make certain that there are no errors at the start of this half, the same as there were at the beginning of the match when they took some time to settle and could so easily have been in trouble after 15 or 20 minutes. But since that time, Derek Johnston, much improved.
Yes, much improved. I mean, they could be 3 down, Jock, but the important thing is they're not 3 down, they're only 1 down. And if the result is like that at the end of the game, they'll be absolutely delighted.
No question, taking the Romanians back to Glasgow with only 1 goal to claw back would be a very happy position indeed. Here's Ungurianu, though, who will have something to say about that, I'm sure, before the afternoon's out. Still beautiful conditions overhead. It's cold, though, and the wind is still blowing and swirling around the stadium, and that's quite treacherous for the goalkeepers. No cover at all for the fans inside the stadium. They're exposed to all the elements. So the first free kick this half to Romania, to the Steaua, will be taken by Georgi Hadji. The big men are up. Pitsurka couldn't reach it, and Monroe had presence of mind to let that run for the goal kick to Rangers. So still McCoy's the lone figure up front. And before the game, Graham Souness indicated he'd prefer to use Ian Durrant in a supporting role because he needed 1 midfield player capable of running forward past the Steaua back 4, and Derek Ferguson, of course, is too similar in style to himself and to Ray Wilkins for that purpose.
I would agree with Alec Ferguson back there in the studio about David Cooper. I mean, he's played more in his own half than he has up front, and if you're going to play a midfield man, why not play Jimmy Phillips here? He can do a job. I hope that Graham Souness pushes him that little bit forward this half.
But for the moment, he's back to defend. A free kick to Steaua inside the Rangers half. Referee Angelin keeping a tight grip on things, having booked 5 players so far in the match. Good play by Wilkins. The willing run again comes from McCoist, facing Bumbescu. Well, there's no love lost between these two, that's for sure. Still lots of verbals going on as they go back into position. Not quite sure what language they're using, but the message is still apparent. Here's Durrant. Now Wilkins, Cooper. A late challenge by Stoica on Wilkins, and Wilkins accepts that very well indeed. Always manages to remain calm out there, no matter how heated exchanges become. Richard Goff. Jimmy Nicholl stumbling as he went for the ball. Here's Majaru now breaking on the left for Steaua, chased by Nicholl. Good challenge by the fullback, hoping to get the benefit of the doubt for a throw, but the decision goes to Steaua. It's back with Ungurianu. Now Majaru. Hadji offering himself inside, but it comes across to Jovan. The tackle came from Wilkins. This is Beladic. The Romanians still using Rotario, number 11, very deep. Here he is now in possession, the midfield playmaker. Majaru with the return pass. Majaru again trying to ease himself away from Scott Nisbet. The free kick goes to Steaua. Nisbet thinks that Majaru made too much of that, but the youngster will have to be careful because he was one of the 3 Rangers players in the first half who were booked, along with Graham Roberts and Graham Souness. So Hadji with the free kick. Ungurianu has gone straight rifled straight at Chris Woods, who was alert enough to make that look comfortable. But Hadji, very powerful indeed from these set pieces. There's the shot again, past the two-man wall with lots of power, but Woods made that look easy. Here's Ballant, played back by Cooper. Ballant looking hopefully for a foul after his dramatic dive, but that didn't deceive referee Angelin.
I think the pitch is starting to cut up a bit, Jock. We've already seen at the start of the second half both sets of players falling and slipping about. This could be costly in the end.
Bumbescu's header, and McCoist is involved again, but this time the free kick goes to Rangers. Bumbescu was complaining to the referee even before the whistle had gone that McCoist had been guilty of some infringement. But it's a Rangers free kick.
I think now Bumbescu is now off Ali McCoist's official Christmas list.
There's Wilkins with the pass. Here's Davy Cooper. This is good play from Cooper. Well stopped by Jovan. And he made that last move. Cooper would have been in a very good position for Rangers. But this is Rotario. Durant getting back. Now Sunis. Cooper again. Bad thing with Stoica. Majaru uses Pitsurka, who's gone deep. No one ahead through the middle for Steaua. Pitsurka now going through to be marked by Roberts. Belodic. Stoica. Rangers funneling back now in defence. That's towards Pitsurka. And good play by Jimmy Nicholl, coming in, closing in the big striker. To play the accurate pass back to Woods.
I think Steaua are not taking any chances either, Jock, because when the ball's kicked up there, they've always got 3 or 4 men with Alan McCoist. I think they're frightened that Rangers can go away and sneak an away goal.
And their respect for McCoist would almost in itself justify his inclusion, no matter how struggling he may be for match fitness. A free kick to Steaua, taken quickly by Jovan to Belodic. Here's Rotario. Pitsurka makes the run, policed all the way by Goff. The attentions of Goff made it impossible for Pitsurka to control the pass. So more respite for the Rangers defence.
The Rangers defence looking solid now, Jock. They're not making as many mistakes. They're clearing their lines, they're marking up. And it was good play, first of all, by Jimmy Nicholl, and there again by Richard Goff.
Nisbet trying to turn away from Ungariano, but the covering player is Belodic. In midfield is Stoica with space. Now Majaru. It's back with Rotario. Ballant is on the right, taking Lakatushi's position. Wide on the right. Little back heel and attempted by Stoica, but that was more in hope than expectation, and there's no problem there for the Rangers defence. So the capacity 30,000 crowd going silent once again. It looks as though the Romanian fans now realise that Rangers are indeed very tough opponents for their favourites. There's Ungariano getting up well. Sunis playing it towards Durant, just going behind the Rangers youngster, giving Steaua lots of time to come forward. This is Ballant. Linking well with Stoica. Back for Ballant on the run. Playing it forward straight against Richard Goff. Picked up by Stoica. Roberts is across. Jovan goes on the outside. He's the decoy. Up goes Pitsurka. He got in front of Richard Goff, but Goff appeared to judge that well. It was too high for Pitsurka in the end. But here's Ungariano and Hadji. Pitsurka controlling it well. Back killer was intended for Stoica. It's back with Bumbescu. Another crucial period for Rangers to withstand. Just 8 minutes into the second half, Steaua leading by 1-0. Ballant can't bridge it, and Rangers have the throw.
They have a lot more pressure, Jock, the Romanians, but really they're not doing anything inside the box. In the first half, Rangers were a bit dodgy with the cross balls, but start of the second half, they look very competent indeed.
Foul against Rotario for foot up with his challenge with Durant, and Stoica clearly protesting to the referee. He's had a word of warning, and the free kick is played all the way back to Woods. So the demand for tickets in Bucharest quite incredible. 2.5 million inhabitants of the city and 4 First Division clubs play out of Bucharest, but Only 30,000 seats, all seated. £6 a head for the fans to get in, unless the black market prices had to be paid. And Rangers have a free kick again. And Rotario and Belodic in trouble with the referee for something they said, I think. Here's Ballant trying to speed things up by retrieving the ball to allow Rangers to take the free kick. So Graham Souness was asking his experienced players for a supreme effort, and they're certainly obliging now after that shaky start. Scott Nisbet's header goes wide for the Romanian goal kick. Here's Ungariano again coming forward. That's a careless ball. Durant now has McCoist in support. That's good play by Belodic. The big defender still is going well to win possession. And here's Stuart Monroe coming in. Needs a second chance to tidy up at the back for Rangers. Going across Ballant and giving the ball to Jovan. The big right back loves to come forward. The tackle came from Roberts. Souness to Durant. McCoist made a good run off Bumbescu. This is Nisbet. McCoist is still on the right. Durant wants it through the middle. Checking back to remain on side as Nisbet uses Jimmy Nicholl. That allows Rangers to get players forward supporting from midfield. Good play between Durant and Nicholl. The early ball cut off easily though by Belodic, and this is Majaro on the break. Brought down by Nisbet. So free kick to Steaua, taken quickly to Ungariano. All the free kicks in their own half taken short to retain possession. They certainly put a lot of passes together, but they haven't managed to get into the danger area for some time now. Here's Stefan Jovan. Back it goes to Hadji. The major hope for the Romanians. Stoica is inside. Here's Belodic. Testing Woods from long range, and that wasn't far over the top. There was a deflection off Richard Goff, and there's going to be a corner kick to Steaua. The big defender doing well, Belodic, stepping forward, hitting that with lots of power with the left foot. Watch this now. Goff going to beat him, got a deflection, and that goes over the top to give Steaua the corner kick, which has already been taken. It's back with Rotario. Jovan. Hustled all the way by Souness and by Wilkins. It's Wilkins who wins it, but the referee has given a free kick against Rangers for the combined attentions of Souness and Wilkins. So the pressure remains on the Rangers defence. Steaua certainly have a marvellous record at home in goal scoring terms. The first 17 matches in the league, they scored 66 times with only 10 against. No defeats, 15 wins and 2 draws. And this time it's Putsurka who's been penalised. Rangers have a free kick. And the referee Angelin certainly always appears to be willing to get involved in debates with the players. This time it's Souness he's having a chat with. Souness knows the referee well. Souness, Wilkins and Trevor Francis all played in the Italian Cup final. Sampdoria against AC Milan, refereed by Luigi Angelin, and they do think highly of the Italian official. Here's Nisbet. And the throw goes to Steaua. Now 13 minutes into the second half. Still 1-0 to Steaua. A good play by Souness to give possession to Cooper. This is Durant. Chance to run at the central defence. Still going forward. Brought down by Bumbescu. Now good committing running by Ian Durant, giving Rangers this free kick. The yellow card administered, not to Bumbescu because he's already been in trouble, has he not? The booking appears to be to Stoica. Or was it Bumbescu? Well, that's not at all certain from that incident. But it may well have been Stoica. Or it may have been Bumbescu for the initial foul.
There's one thing, Jock, Ian Durant, who loves to play coming from midfield, has certainly shown that in the second half. He's picking up the ball and doing the same job as Hadji is doing for the Romanians, and I hope it pays off for him.
Now the set piece with Rotario much too close to the ball. He'll have to come back. The wall being organised by the referee. It's Cooper who'll take it. Wall did well. Swept away by Majaru. Here's Richard Goff. And now Monroe. Roberts now with all the time in the world to lay it back to Chris Woods.
Well, for the first time in the match, Jock, the Romanians had everyone inside their own box. So obviously, they're not taking any chances.
Well, the importance of an away goal appreciated clearly by the Romanians. And if Rangers could snatch an equaliser, it would be just about the best possible result they could have for the return leg in Glasgow in 2 weeks' time. Here's Beladic. Hadji plays it back. Durant battling hard for Rangers. Majaru back to Beladic. Jovan offers himself on the right, but it's with Hadji. Now Jovan, good play by Jovan, the fullback. And the cross caught cleanly there by Woods after it had gone behind, I think. Goal kick to Rangers. The referee explaining to the Romanians who were protesting that the ball had swerved out of play before Woods caught it.
Very, very important challenge here by Stuart Monroe, because it was a good move there by the Romanians. A few 1-2s in the middle. They sent the full-back down there. Stuart Monroe was very quick in going over and closing him down.
There's the header by Rotario. Monroe going back again. Monroe's done well for Rangers. Under a lot of pressure early on, particularly. Woods having to leave his box. The clearance this time finds Durant. Turning away from Stoica. That's for Sunis. Not the kind of pass Sunis relishes, the one which makes him chase into spaces. He likes it to feet. And the throw is now with Steaua. Back with Ungariano. Rotario. Hadji on the right. Good play again by Monroe. Anticipation there to pick up possession. The pass not quite so good. Durant gets back to Rob Hadji. Cooper plays it back for Roberts. This is Sunis, but a free kick's been given to Rangers. The referee standing for nothing at all now. Any kind of physical contact resulting in a free kick. Switch to the far side now for Jimmy Nicholl to create something for Rangers, and there's no question Rangers have pushed Nisbet and Cooper much further forward on the flanks from midfield in the second half, trying to stretch out the Romanians. Nisbet with Bumbescu. Wilkins takes over. There's Nisbet, that's behind Durant. Jovan. Now Hadji. Wilkins comes across again, and the passing movements from the Romanians now tending to break down more and more often. It's a much more encouraging situation now for Rangers. After that uneasy start, now settling, putting passes together, closing down the Romanians in midfield. Here's Wilkins. Durant. Sunis calls for the ball. On the far side is Nisbet, and Sunis was taken heavily late by Rotario. Sunis is still on the ground. That was a bad tackle by Rotario, and the referee has gone to the Romanian player now, allowing treatment for Graham Sunis, but I cannot imagine he will not use the yellow card for Rotario. What a tackle that was, long after the ball had gone. And indeed, the referee is not showing the yellow card. Allowing treatment all right for Sunis, but that was a shocking tackle, Derek.
I can't believe he didn't get booked for that job. For me, that's probably been the worst tackle of the game so far. I mean, Graham Sunis had played the ball wide, and he came in seconds late and really in the back of his leg as well. How the referee didn't book him, I don't know.
But happily for Rangers, Sunis appears to have recovered. The Romanians are thinking again about a substitution, clearly. Over on the far side, there's activity from the bench. But the Rangers throw will be taken by Jimmy Nicholl. Here's Nisbet. He's been penalised for backing into Ungariano. Here's Majaru. Back with Beladic. Wilkins picks it up. Now Cooper. Great close control once again. The pass was intended for Durant on the right, but it was well cut off by Ungariano. And this is Majaru and Rotario. Beladic. Jovan, the right back. Easily cut off by Sunis. It was intended for Hadji. Here's Davy Cooper. McCoist calls for it inside. Bumbescu coming with half a thought for McCoist and half for the ball. Stoica. Culture player in midfield. That's a good pass. Ballant robbed well by Roberts. Fine piece of defending by the Rangers captain. Indeed, a free kick's been given for the challenge by Ballant. Well, I don't think even Graham Roberts was looking for that. Wilkins, Souness. Back it goes to Woods. So much more encouraging start to the second half than we had from Rangers early in the match. Jimmy Nicholl being challenged by Petsurka. Stoica takes over. Here's Majaru. Petsurka caught late by Wilkins. Bad tackle by Ray Wilkins. The apology offered immediately, and Steaua have the free kick, but they want to bring on their second substitute. It looks like Ballant waiting to come on. A little buzz bomb in midfield, but they haven't had the chance yet. It's with Hadji. This is Rotario, firmly challenged by Goff, and the free kick's been given against Richard Goff. It appeared as though the Rangers defender was being particularly careful not to concede a foul there, but it didn't cut any ice with referee Anulin.
I think in Scotland we would have got away with that job, but on the continent, when you lift your foot, show your studs, it's an automatic foul.
So a full-size wall lined up. A substitution will be made, I think, perhaps even before the free kick's taken. The linesman trying to draw the attention of the referee. There's Bumbescu going to tell the referee about the substitution. Rotario has gone off. The man who committed that foul on Souness a moment ago has gone off. And Ballant, the little midfield player, has come on to replace him. Well, he'll certainly inject a lot of urgency and bite in the middle of the field. Bumbescu making that late run towards the Rangers wall. Being calmed down by the referee. Hadji waits. Milodic with a shot. Just deflected. It's beyond Chris Woods. Steaua have scored. The second goal which Rangers were dreading has arrived in the most unfortunate fashion. Here's the short free kick. It's taken by Hadji. Taken short to Milodic. He shoots first time. It appeared to catch a Rangers player at the edge of the wall and left Woods with no hope at all of reaching that. It sneaks into the corner. So 66 minutes gone, jubilation for the Romanian fans. It was in fact, I think, Jovan, the big fullback, who got the final shot.
Really, just when we thought Rangers were putting it together, this happens. I think if you watch Richard Goff, he was actually stopped going forward by the big Bumbescu, but it certainly hit the end of the wall. It looked like Graham Souness to me, Joe.
Well, what a disaster for Rangers when they've been playing so well, looked to be so much in command of the situation, now finding themselves 2 goals behind. Stefan Jovan was the goal scorer. He was the man who got the final strike. It appeared to come off the end of the Rangers wall. And Rangers now have a free kick, and they must now be thinking in terms of trying to snatch an away goal. There's Wilkins. Back with Souness, lofted forward. There's Jovan, the goal scorer. Ballant, who had no contribution to make, but was on the field to see the goal go in before he got a touch. Back with Jovan. Here's Milodic. 2-0 now to Steaua. Midway through the second half. And Rangers with a major tactical problem now about holding on to 2-0 or thinking in terms of that away goal, which could be so crucial. Here's Hadji being given room to come forward. Blocked by Souness. It's Milodic now. Back with Jovan. And this time the shot is well off target. Stefan Jovan apologises to his front men, but Rangers now with it all to do.
I don't think it's panic stations yet, Joe. I mean, 2-0 after all isn't too a bad result. It's one of these that they can come back from, but I don't think they should be starting to pour men forward yet. Obviously, they'll be desperate to try and get one maybe later on, but it's not important.
Listen to the noise now, though, coming from the Romanian fans. They'd been silent for so long in the second half, but that shot from Jovan, his second goal in the European Cup this season, scored one against Omonia Nicosia here in a 3-1 victory, and now he's got his second, the big fullback. Here's Hadji. Still Hadji coming forward, tackled well by Nisbet. Sunis wins it, plays it to Durant. Durant appeared to be impeded there by Majaru, yes. The free kick's been given and taken already by Wilkins. David Cooper being forced to play it a long way back to Woods.
And all of a sudden, the Romanians, Jock, coming forward again. The legs they've got another yard to their stride. They're feeling good again. What a difference another goal makes to them.
Hungariano going back. As soon as getting the ball ahead of Belodic, looking for Nisbet ahead. Foul against Nisbet for leaning on Hungariano. So a free kick to Steaua. And what is for sure, I think, Derek, is that a third goal would be disaster.
Well, the difference if they scored a third goal, Jock, that means that Rangers really would have to come out and try and get one back, because I couldn't see them scoring 4 goals in Glasgow.
So Belodic forward to Pitsurka. Here's Hadji. Suddenly come to life again, Hadji, with that second goal. Now Stoica. Never short on patience, the Romanians in the build-up. Majaru. Well robbed by Nisbet. That was for McCoist. He was offside. Couldn't reach it anyway, but the offside flag was up on the far side. The referee reacts to give the free kick to Steaua. Here's Bumbescu and Belodic. On the far side, Hungariano. There's now activity in the Rangers bench. All their subs warming up. Some fresh legs may well be introduced. They have Trevor Francis as the only front man available. The other subs, to remind you, are Avi Cohn, Jimmy Phillips and Derek Ferguson, along with the keeper, Nicky Walker. Belodic to Jovan. Jovan to Balan. Good running by Jovan again. And Roberts tucked it behind for the corner as Balan closed in. Well, Rangers certainly look vulnerable when Jovan gets forward in the overlap in the right back position. Now looking for the third goal. Here's Balan. Crowded penalty area. Chance for Bumbescu. He was met there by Roberts. He was the defender who spotted the danger early enough. But still, it's Steaua in possession with Hadji. Stoica, Jovan, Stoica. Here's Balint, Stoica again. Good tackle once more, this time from Richard Goff. So a debt there to the Rangers central defenders. Roberts in the first instance for closing down Bumbescu, and then for Richard Goff. Wilkins to Sunis. On the far side is Nicol. Rangers have players forward, Nisbet on the right, McCoist and Durant through the middle. And Nisbet's cross much too close to Stingachu. The keepers had very little to do. He's picked up Hadji, coming deep to win possession. Here's Balint. Stoica. Majaru available on the halfway line. Over on the far side, Hungariano takes it from Pitsurka. No one through the middle now for Steaua. They have to play it back. Belodic and Stoica. Pitsurka going back to his striking position now. Here's Hadji. Free kick for the challenge by Wilkins. On Stoica. Durant protests in vain. Wilkins offers the handshake and apology, and once again a free kick to Steaua, which Belodic and Hadji are organising. Too far out this time for a direct shot, I think, but Hadji looking for a right goal and forced into that hurried effort by Ian Durant. Well, what about a substitution, Derek? Have you any thoughts about who may come on for Rangers?
Well, I think young Scott Nisbet is feeling the pinch a little bit. He's tiring a bit, his inexperience is showing. I wouldn't be surprised if he came off and maybe Derek Ferguson was sent on there, or even Avi Cohn.
Well, Rangers goal kick. Chris Woods coming through the streamers to take the kick. Looking for Nisbet. He's been a target regularly on the right. Beladic, Bajaru, Ungrianu, turning away from Nisbet. Ungrianu again. Bajaru still available on the left. Not quite what was intended, I think, but Stoica won it for Steaua. Good interception again by Monroe. Here's Davy Cooper. Inside to Durant. Cooper tries to retrieve it for Rangers, but it's won by Ballant for Balan. Over on the far side, Bajaru. That's a fine pass by Balan. Bajaru coming inside. Balan calls for the ball at the edge of the box. Trying the 1-2 with Petsurka. That was a fine tackle by Richard Goff. Now Roberts. McCoist is offside.
He's only a yard there, Jock. If he would have stayed in his own half of the park, he had a chance to run through there. I'll say something, he hasn't been involved so much in the second half, Ali McCoist. And remember, he hasn't really trained for 3 weeks. So you wonder if maybe Trevor Francis up front, a fresh pair of legs there too.
Well, still no sign of a substitution yet. No, there is no activity. Derek Ferguson, I think, is the man who will come on for Rangers. There's Bajaru to Balan. Here's Jovan. Ballant. Now Balan. Jovan. Fine cross, and Roberts in the way once again. Ballant was the player who was frustrated there, but Roberts positioned himself well for the cross. The Rangers now pulling everyone back. Chris Woods organising his defenders as the Romanians consider the set piece. It's Hadji who will take it. A lot of big men forward, Bumbescu and Beladic and Jovan. Headed away by Jimmy Nicol. There's Stoica. Balan. Bajaru. Hadji calls for the ball on the touchline. Here's Hadji trying to get across Ian Durant. Good play by Durant and by Souness. Here's McCoist now, the chance to take the ball for a run. Durant offers support inside. Souness coming from a deeper position. Played away by Hadji. And McCoist quite simply outnumbered there. Now what's been given? Now a free kick's been given to Rangers. Well, I really cannot think why.
That's a surprise decision, Jock, because Ali just tried to beat one man too many, and it was actually a good touch that the full-back got on, but the referees decided that he was pulled back, so who are we to argue?
So a substitution will be made, I think, before the free kick is taken, and Derek Johnston has called it right. It's Scott Nisbet going off to be replaced by Derek Ferguson. So Ferguson there in the background waiting to come on. Nicol and Roberts have a little discussion as Nisbet departs and Derek Ferguson comes on. So a free kick to Rangers, which will eventually be taken. We have 13 minutes of the match remaining as Graham Souness prepares to take the free kick. Now an away goal would change the complexion of the match entirely. Here's Davy Cooper. Can he make for the byline? Away from Hadji, and that's a foul by Hadji. Clumsy tackle by Hadji. Clearly the tackle of a player not used to being in that position.
Well, if anybody's going to break down this defence, Jock, it is going to be Davy Cooper there. And they're now in a dangerous position because now he can whip one of these left foot crosses of his.
Roberts and Goff have arrived in the box looking for the Cooper cross. Near post ball, well taken by Stingacher, and that was top-class goalkeeping. The big keeper under pressure, the Romanians reacting angrily to his challenge. There appeared to be nothing amiss there at all. The goalkeeper went down bravely and took the ball cleanly. Roberts was in the thick of it, so was Goff. Ali McCoist is there. Boos and whistles from the Romanian fans, but really the ball was available for the Rangers players to attack. But this is excellent goalkeeping. Going down bravely as the forwards came in. So Stingacher wins or ends his money for that save alone.
It was not only a good goalkeeping job, but very, very brave indeed. I mean, with Graham Roberts running full pelt at you and you diving out, had to be brave.
Well, that turn may turn out to be vital for the Romanians, but the free kick's been given against Stoica. The foul on Cooper. Stoica clearly irate, complaining to the referee, Luigi Agnolin, who certainly has been, to say the least, fussy in the second half. Saw the signs perhaps in the first half that things were looking as though they may get out of hand, and that free kick wasted. It goes beyond Richard Goff. Stengaciu has possession. And here's Belodinic coming forward. Takes it back from Hadji. Ungarianu. With a new problem now in the form of Derek Ferguson. This is Stoica and Jovan, the goal scorer, the second goal scorer. Remember the score if you just come in. Steaua Bucharest 2, Rangers 0. A goal in 2 minutes from Petsurka and in 66 minutes from Jovan. So a free kick to Steaua for the foul by Wilkins on Hadji. So Hadji taking most of these set pieces inside the Rangers half. In possession once again. Stoica again finding space. He does that so well. Belodinic. Majaru staying on the left. Ungarianu is going to the box looking for a short pass. Majaru back to Belodinic. Here's Ungarianu, turning well. Belodinic trying to go forward. Majaru wins it, and then is well tackled by Nicol. Here's Durant with Bumbescu. And the big defender being spoken to by Luigi Agnolin, the referee. Well, Bumbescu couldn't have been the man booked earlier on because he had a stern lecture there. I think it was for what happened after the challenge by Durant. Bumbescu reacting to Durant. Now it's with Jovan. On the far side, Ungarianu. Here's Bumbescu. Belodinic. Patience again from the Romanians. Jovan. Stoica. Ungarianu on the far side. Majaru with a layoff. It's picked up by Derek Ferguson. Waiting for Nicol to arrive on his outside. The tackle came from Petsurka. The big number 9 getting back to close down the Rangers back four when they have possession. There's Jimmy Nicol. It's one for McCoy to chase with Belodinic. Shows a good touch on the ball, the big number 6. Stoica. Hadji. Hadji coming forward with Majara on the left, and it's Petsurka through the middle, but Monroe clears it only as far as Jovan. This is Balint. Delicate ball towards Balan, and he caught Graham Roberts as he headed the ball clear. There's Hadji, well tackled by Nicol. Sunes takes over in midfield for Rangers. Forward for Durant, beyond the Rangers number 10, Bumbescu wins it. Belodinic to Stoica. Balan return pass, good tackle by Sunes, but penalised for the challenge. A free kick's already taken. Here's Stoica, Petsurka. And a good challenge by Richard Goff at the edge of the box, wins possession for Rangers. Here's Derek Ferguson. And that's clearly a foul by Hadji. Ferguson wins the free kick for Rangers. Well, the signs are that Rangers still think they can pull back a 2-goal deficit at Ibrox.
Yes, I think it's not beyond them, Joe. I think in the second half, Rangers have played well. I mean, they lost the goal at Atabate. Well, any time's bad when you lose a goal, but coming from the circumstances, it was a really annoying goal. They've played quite well. They've taken the game to the Romanians for a good part of the game.
Yes, Ballant going inside, tackled by Monroe. Free kick inevitably given by the referee. There have been very few tackles in the second half which haven't been penalised. Trevor Francis now is preparing to come on for Rangers. Ungarianu plays it forward. Jimmy Nicol steps in. Nicol taking the ball for a run. Fouled at least once. Still has possession. Sunes now to Ferguson. Careless one, picked up by Majaru. It's back with Ungrianu. Ungrianu once again. On the near side is Jovan. Here's Ballant. Going inside Monroe. Stoica. The return pass was for Ballant, but Roberts read it well. There's Sunis. Wilkins. Here's Durant. That was well judged by Milanovic. The loose ball is collected by Ferguson. Well, Ferguson said they appear to be fouled by Pazurka. It's given, and it has been taken in the right place. It'll need to be taken again. And Rangers clearly have decided that Ali McCoist has done enough. A heroic performance up front, and he certainly does not want to come off. That's quite clear. McCoist is ignoring the card being shown, showing the number 9. Bumbescu is very keen that he should leave the field.
I think he should have said that in the first minute there, Joe, because he's had a horrible time from Ali McCoist here this afternoon.
McCoist too taking plenty of time to go off, wasting some time. There's the scoreline. Steaua leading by 2-0. Pazurka and Jovan the goal scorers. 5 minutes left as Trevor Francis replaces Ali McCoist.
I think it was a courageous 85 minutes by Ali McCoist. So he's worked very, very hard indeed, and I'm not surprised that Trevor Francis, apart from wasting a bit of time, his pace might frighten him as well.
There's Bumbescu with a header. Ferguson to Wilkins. There's Sunis. Roberts. The hopeful ball forward. Francis underneath it, but beaten by Ungrianu, and Majaru completes the clearance. Roberts misjudged it in the sun. Here's Ballant. And Jimmy Nicholl steps in for the pass back. Nicholl was bumped by Ballant after he released the pass. Milanovic with a header. Monroe attacking the ball. Milanovic towards Balan. He's very quick indeed, trying to get away from Cooper. And a good tackle by Davy Cooper. Not known for his tackling ability, but doing a good job there. It's back now with Stoica. Crucial closing minutes of the match. 4 minutes left. 2-0 to Steaua. The third goal would be nothing short of disaster, I reckon, for Rangers. 2-0 gives them a chance at Ibrox. Here's Jovan with a throw. Balan. Jovan. Wilkins pushing up on Milanovic and then getting across to Ungrianu. He's certainly shown his fitness this afternoon. Here's Durant. Hustling tactics of Wilkins paying off. Now Sunis and Ferguson. Stoica steps in to win possession for Steaua, but Ferguson continues to battle hard. He's conceded a free kick though. 3 minutes left as Majaru takes the free kick short. Inside to Pazurka. Milanovic. Here's Hadji. Jovan sets off on a run in the right back position. Here's Jovan. Balan goes on his outside. Still Jovan. Milanovic. Hustled by Wilkins. Jovan takes possession. There's Milanovic. Goff came to meet Pazurka. Davy Cooper. Roberts sweeps it out for Rangers. Francis got up well. Good header down to Durant. Now Ferguson. Wilkins to Sunis. Wilkins again. Here's Nicholl. Very quick with the pass back as the pressure was on. Ballant was on top of him. Back it goes to Woods. 2 minutes remaining. 2-0 to Steaua. Rangers obviously content with that scoreline, making no real effort to get on the attack themselves. But here's Ferguson. Back with Wilkins. Here's Cooper. Jovan thumps it high in the air. Goff is underneath it. Durant's pass back to Sunis. Cooper leaves it to Sunis. Monroe into space for Francis to chase. Francis with Milanovic. Good pressure play by Trevor Francis. He's won the throw for Rangers. The pressure he applied on the big defender was enough. Now, could Rangers conjure up something miraculous in the closing minutes? Derek Ferguson with the throw. Souness offers himself short. And that's a corner kick, is it? No, the throw is given by the referee. We're into the final minute of the match, this European Cup quarter-final first leg, with Steaua leading by 2-0. Cooper with Ferguson. Back it comes towards Monroe. Going into the box, playing it square for Wilkins. That's for Francis. Ungariano did well. Here's Ballant. This may be a last chance for Steaua. Running straight into Nicol. The referee waves play on as Wilkins turns it out for the throw. So a little bit of a debate over there once again. So many debates this afternoon. Ungariano and Wilkins discussing the affairs of the day. And the free kick's taken to Hadji with Balan on the right. The 90 minutes are now up. We're into time added on for stoppages. Steaua leading by 2-0. Jimmy Nichols' header. There's Ferguson. Francis goes up with Bumbescu, wins it well. Souness misses out Durant with a pass. Crowded midfield area, dominated though by men in red. Majano plays it wide. Here's Ballant. Ballant towards Petsurka, and good defending again. Nicol and Woods showing a good understanding. And Ballant coming forward with lots of commitment, but Woods kept his eye on the ball. So almost a minute of injury time added on. Rangers now anxiously waiting for the final whistle. There's an offside flag up against Ballant. Woods in no particular hurry. Well, Rangers haven't got the away goal, which would have been so crucial, but with a 2-goal deficit, must have reasonable prospects of making a battle of it in Ibrox. And there goes the final whistle. Referee Angela brings the match to an end, gets a handshake from Ray Wilkins. Derek Johnston.
Well, I think you will have to look at the game in 90 minutes. 2-0 wasn't a bad result, Jock, because in the first half, really, it could have been 3-0. Chris Woods has some superb saves. I think Rangers played well over the 90 minutes. The second half, I thought they played better. The goal that the Romanians got, the deflection, was a bit unfortunate, but that's what this game is all about. And remember, the last round, the Romanians played MTK Budapest and beat them 4-0 here, but also lost 2-0 away from home. So all really Rangers have to do is 2 goals at Ibrox, take it to extra time, and it certainly isn't beyond them at this stage, Joe.
So a big night ahead at Ibrox in 2 weeks' time. The final scoreline from the Steaua Stadium: Steaua Bucharest 2, Rangers 0. Goals right at the start from Petsurka, and then a very lucky deflection from Stefan Jovan midway through the second half. So Rangers looking forward to a big night 2 weeks from now. We'll be right back after the break with Alex Ferguson's thoughts on the match.
Welcome back. Steaua Bucharest 2, Rangers 0, and Alex Ferguson. It's a strange game, football, isn't it? Because Rangers might have gone in 3 down, survived that, seemed to be playing well, and then lost the second goal, this one, which was rather scrappy, wasn't it?
Yes, well, I said that during the game, as you remember, that you think things are going well and the roof falls in, and that's what exactly happened here. I would like, if you see the goal from behind, I think there's Richard Goff is impeded from...
Well, Bumbescu, who's been battling away with Ali McCoy, gets into this wall. He runs half the length of the pitch.
And he shoved Richard Goff. You can see it there, but you see better from behind the goal, and he's impeded Richard from pressing the ball. A bad break for Rangers, and it's just one of these situations that you hope you get a wee share of the luck, and they didn't get it there. Because we will be able to see it from behind the goal. The incredible thing was he sprinted 50 yards, and he really did upset them in that wall. And as you say, you can see it here. Yes, no doubt. He impeded Richard Goff there. It's a bad one to lose. Right, so after that, Rangers really, I suppose, were up against it, weren't they? 2-0 down. Yeah, I think you've got to bear in mind it's an excellent team. But there is a ray of hope. I mean, I don't think of today. I'm thinking about what's going to happen at Ibrox, and I think it's going to be very, very difficult for Rangers. Our last look at what happened today was Rangers really didn't do an awful lot up front. We didn't expect them to, but there was one chance, or half chance. From the free kick was excellently taken, but I would say it was a marvellous save too by the goalkeeper to hold it down among feet.
Yeah.
The way he did was superb stuff.
We'll see this again. Don't take too much notice of him at all of the goalkeeper. He's at the capers there,
that's,
isn't he?
That's normal. We've seen it all before.
Yeah. But it was a super save.
Yeah, it was. Excellent save. Good hands.
Yeah, but you don't really
and brave
want to...
too. And very brave. It's going away from him and it's dipped in front of him too.
Actually, the referee does quite well there to get out of the way of the free kick.
He could have headed it home.
Right, so I suppose, 2-0, you're not in, you're not out, you're somewhere in between, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I always felt that in a European tie, if I won the first leg, 2-0 was home. And
Did you?
Yes, yeah.
So what you're saying is that Rangers, you think, might be in the last four?
I think it's very difficult because I've got to worry about the threat of losing a goal, which would count as double in European things. But there's a ray of hope. 2 years ago when they won the European Cup, they lost all their away ties to Honved by 2-0, to Anderlecht 1-0. They did all their work at home. They won convincingly at home. They've won 2-0, which is not as good a result as they had 2 years ago in the European Cup. They lost their last round away from home 2-0. So that gives Rangers encouragement. They maybe don't travel well. I was about full house. That